That's right. We got another kayak show, ladies and gentlemen. I know some of you guys were saying I didn't look relaxed enough in that bathroom or bedroom as I showed you yesterday. Maybe I was kidnapped, which I just love that running joke going on in the comments, so thank you for that. So here I'm out in the lake that I showed you guys on Monday. I know I promised a horse episode today. That's not going to happen. Uncle Jerry, who owns the horse, Buckeye is the name, said, I don't think it's a good idea if you just get on today. You're going to have to get acquainted with Buckeye. So today I brushed Buckeye. Here's a look at that, me brushing a big horse that I'll be riding tomorrow, Thursday, for Friday's show. So take a look at this.
Yes, Domino, you're going to stay up. Okay, how are you? You bring up being Buckeye, eh? He's a beautiful baby.
Am I doing this right?
Oh, yeah. Just go right over his rump.
Right over his rump?
Yeah, anywhere.
Get to know him? Buckeye, we're about to be friendly.
And this is just keep the bugs off you.
Beautiful animal. Absolutely beautiful. When I was petting him and brushing him, he nestled right up on me, and we became best friends. So tomorrow should be no problem whatsoever. Here's what we got for today. I'm going to do a little open. We're not going to talk much Phillies as far as what they do against the Nationals because it's earlier in the day, and that'll happen later. But I wanted to give you guys some better scenery as I did yesterday with the fly fishing episode. So let's react to a couple of things here in Philadelphia. First off, welcome to the Steven Singer studio today, which is this kayak that I am borrowing from Uncle Jerry, from my wife's uncle and uncle here in Colorado. Where am I? Berthoud, I think it's called now. Berthoud, Colorado. Anyway, I'm gonna do some fishing out here and talk some sports, obviously. So let's react to a couple of things. Let's start up with Cole Hamels. I ain't happy about it. What did I say? What did I say this whole entire process? I said if he's good enough to pitch in the major leagues, he's got to be on the Phillies. So I am pissed off the Phillies did not get Cole Hamels in the back end of the rotation. And why? Because of Chase Anderson? Why? Because Ranger Suarez? I mean, nothing against Ranger Suarez, but look, I know that there's people out there they want to nullify people's opinions, calling it a piping. Oh, you just wanted the piping hot take. You just wanted him to be here in Philadelphia because of the legacy and the memories and the feel-good story. No, I wanted Cole Hamels here in Philadelphia again because I think he's better than Chase Anderson. I think he's better than what Ranger Suarez could give you for the rest of the season. And I also think he might be better than what Zach Eflin could even give you for the rest of the season. And I know the Dodgers are decimated with injury. And I know the Dodgers have a lineup that can certainly put up a lot of runs and have a better shot at winning the World Series than the Phillies do. And Cole Hamels is 37 years old. So I understand that a lot of this comes down to what Cole Hamels wanted to do. But it just should have been Philadelphia. They could have easily afforded him without going over the luxury tax. Meanwhile, the Dodgers are shooting over the luxury tax like nobody's business. It's absolutely insane. And Cole Hamels would have been a great benefit here in Philadelphia. Dave Dombrowski not getting him is very disappointing. I'm very happy with Gibson, the addition of him to the rotation, but you could have gotten Cole Hamels, and I think that would have been better than what you're going to have at the back end of the rotation for only just over $1 million, $200,000 as well. Like, you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And you couldn't get him here in Philadelphia. It was affordable, it was a great story, and more importantly, above everything else, it was a need that the Phillies had. So I said weeks ago, when he was just about to throw his showcase, that if he's good enough to pitch in the majors, he better be on the Phillies. And, you know, for Dave Dombrowski's sake, I'm hoping that Cole Hamels just said, no, I don't want to go there. I still love Cole Hamels' voice. No, I don't want to go there. And wanted to just go to a better contending team, because that's what I think it came down to. But where's the salesmanship, Dave Dombrowski? Sell the man on coming here. Sell the man on the fact that you need a left-handed pitcher. Sell the man you have a lineup that's actually putting up runs for the first time in a long time, consistently putting up runs for the first time in a long time. And the Phillies at the time only being a game and a half out of first place. Who knows what could happen when they get into the playoffs? When they get into the playoffs. I didn't drink all this now, by the way. I've been drinking this over the week that we've been here. So that's got me pissed off. Now let's read into some other things. I talked yesterday about Ben Simmons and how Ben Simmons is working out. He's putting the videos up of him shooting jump shots and all that fun stuff. Well, I don't really care about that, as you guys well know. But what I do care about is other things you could read into in the offseason. Like, for instance, a team that may be acquiring a certain star, getting members of that star's camp. And that's exactly what the Sixers did when they added a trainer that had worked closely with Dame Lillard yesterday. I love that. I mean, if you could still give me Dame Lillard, I'm all about it. I know Ramona Shelburne already put the story out about how they want to bring back Simmons. Of course that's going to get out. Of course that's what's going to be leaked. Because right now the Sixers know that they hold no cards whatsoever in terms of unloading Ben Simmons. So they're going to ask for a high price, and if somebody can meet them even in the middle or a little bit below the middle, and it means they still get Dame Lillard in return, like, forget about the draft picks. You give me Dame Lillard, let's party. So let's make that happen as soon as possible. So I think adding members of his camp is a great thing for the Sixers, and those are things that you could really rely on and really look to as signs that a guy could be signing here in Philadelphia or traded here to Philadelphia, be on the short list to come here to Philadelphia. So yeah, I am all about that. And I know Stephen A. Smith put the story out there yesterday or 2 days ago now, about Dame Lillard. If he wants to go anywhere, it's going to be New York. New York would be his number one destination, his number one preferred destination if he does leave Portland. Well, why not Philly? And I saw somebody else put this out, and it's a great idea. Hey, Joel Embiid, let's let that tampering get underway. Can we do a little tampering, please? That's what I need to see. A little bit of tampering from Joel Embiid. Be the leader you say you are. Get some tampering going on. Maybe don't do it through yourself. Maybe have a third party. Text them. Text Dame Lillard. Hey, man, it's great to be out here. My Joel Embiid impression is horribly off while I've been out here in Colorado. It must be the atmosphere. It must be the thin air. But anyway, get Dame Lillard here. And I'm charging not only Daryl Morey with it, I'm charging our big man, our MVP candidate. I am charging Joel Embiid with it. Let's get some tampering going as soon as humanly possible. Please, JoJo, let's get that started. As far as the rest of the show today goes, yeah, I'm on the kayak. Yeah, I'm doing some fishing. As I said, we've been on the air now 6 months. We're on the web 6 months, providing some fine content, some piping hot takes. We've had a lot of fun. We've had a lot of great guests. And we're going to continue that as we continue this show. And I just appreciate all the support that we've gotten from the 1,000 subscribers, well over 1,000 subscribers now that we got in the first 5 months of the show it was. And all the support we've gotten on social media, everyone in the chat. If I thought you guys were like, I don't know, not cool, I wouldn't be out here while I'm enjoying my family vacation, still, doing the shows and everything. But I enjoy doing it. I obviously enjoy talking Philly sports, and I enjoy you guys a lot. So just thank you from the bottom of my heart, from everyone here at the Farzy Show, for all the support you guys have given us while we've started this show. So thank you, most humbly. You know what? Here's to you guys. Oh, that is delicious. After a while, it tastes like Dr. Pepper. So it goes down too smooth. But here's what we got for you today. We got some just best ofs that we're going to roll for you guys today. So from talking to Brandon Graham and Jason Avant and some other great guests that we've had on the show, we thought we'd have some fun and celebrate the first 6 months of the Farzy Show while I'm out here. So here's some fun times that we've had along the way when it comes to all the great guests that we've had on. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks for joining me here on the Farzy Show. And let me tell you, right out of the gate, ladies and gentlemen, please, by all means, see that? See that ring? Is that in the sunlight? See that ring? Steven Singer of Steven Singer Jewelers. Right here at the Steven Singer Studios, which today is this beautiful kayak. Make sure you go to Steven Singer, the other corner of 8th and Walnut, right in Philadelphia, right in Jewelers Row. And make sure you check them out. And tell them I sent you when you go there. Oh, the Farzy Show was talking about you guys, and I thought I'd check you out. IHateStevenSinger.com for more information. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. Always fast and free shipping at IHateStevenSinger.com. When you go in there, you know you're going to be treated like family, because every single day you get the perfect price. That's right, the perfect price every day at Steven Singer Jewelers. So do what I do. Go to the other corner of 8th and Walnut. Make sure you take advantage of all they have to offer. A real jewelry expert will walk you through everything, all their inventory. And if you're looking to get engaged, they got the Ready for Love diamond engagement rings at the ready for your inspection. Make it as easy as possible to get engaged. Some people say, I hate Steven Singer for that reason, simply because Steven Singer takes all the excuses out. Steven Singer Jewelers take all the excuses out. Oh, I don't know what to buy. It's too expensive. I don't know what to do with diamonds. real jewelry experts standing by for you. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com, make yourself an appointment in the appointment scheduler, and go on and stop by and just be amazed at how they treat you, how comfortable it is. No negotiating, no haggling. That's what they do every single day with the perfect price at Steven Singer Jewelers. I also want to thank Sky Motor Cars, SkyMotorCars.com, a car for every budget. So make sure you take advantage of all they have to offer at Sky Motor Cars. Stake in Maine, in the heart of Northeast Maryland. Here's what I recommend. StakeInMaine.com. So you can see exactly where they are, see all that they have on the menu. You can buy cigars there, as a matter of fact. And what else? You could buy beautiful cigars there. You get the Cavada Cellars wines with that 2-pound tomahawk steak that is just gorgeous, succulent, beautiful. And if you have a bachelor party, you have a family party, you're going to be in the Maryland area. I'm telling you right now, you're going to be in the Northeast Maryland area. Go sit at the big round table. It makes life so much easier when you order big platters. It literally spins around. So whoosh, you can just enjoy yourself. It's like the whole table's a lazy Susan. It's amazing. So make sure you enjoy the fine dining room that they have out there for the steakhouse, the bar, the great bar that they have set up, and my man Tony Cavada hooking you up with some amazing food at Steak and Maine. So check them out, steakandmaine.com for more information. And how about all the guests that joined us on the Rothman Orthopaedics guest line? That's right, the Rothman Orthopaedics guest line. Make sure you're checking out all that Rothman can do for you when it comes to orthopedic practice. 30-plus locations in the Pennsylvania and New Jersey area. So check out Rothman Orthopaedics and make sure that you can take advantage of how good you can feel, get past pain, and be what you were. Maybe your hip's bothering you. Maybe you got a finicky hip, whatever it might be. RothmanOrtho.com to get started. That's RothmanOrtho.com. So thank you to them for coming on as a sponsor of this show, and also PHLSportsNation.com. That's PHLSportsNation.com, enhancing your Philadelphia sports fan experience. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to do more of what it went out. See, I'm sacrificing this just so we can have a conversation. In the meantime, I'm going to do some fishing here on this beautiful lake here in Berthoud, Colorado. Again, I'm still about an hour north of Denver. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging with me all week long. We'll still give you some more fresh content. To sum up what we've done so far, Cole Hamels, Dave Dombrowski, what the hell, man? Sixers, good on you. Hiring Dame Lillard's former trainer. I kind of like that. Kind of like that a lot. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Enjoy some of the best of interviews here on the Farzy Show at the Steven Singer Studios. Have a great day, everybody. Take it easy. Displayed great versatility throughout your career. You mentioned Chip Kelly, where you all of a sudden found yourself as a linebacker. So when you think about the versatility you've shown through the course of your career and how you've had to change and adapt to different head coaches, you're going to have to do that again now with Jonathan Gannon as your new defensive coordinator and Nick Sirianni as your new head coach. What have you heard about now your defensive coordinator and your head coach, your new head coach, to this point?
Just, the core values he's going to go by, just with the head coach. I haven't talked to Gannon too much about he's just excited to get me in, and, he got some stuff that he want to show us when we can, once we go virtual. Starting next month, and I think that everything, man. I'm excited for them just being excited. They look like they just want to gain our trust, and obviously that's what we gotta gain together. And so you just got to get people that's bought in. I'm gonna lead the best I know how, by example, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit too, like I always do. But I know, man, I'm just excited because we got a young group, and we got a lot of changes that's gonna happen in the building that I'm excited for. Yeah,
have you talked to Nick Sirianni yet?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I talked with him more about the core values of what he's trying to, put out there for the team, and what he goes by on a daily basis. And then, for me, it's just, just trying to let him know that I'm all in, and I'm trying to relay his message as much as he's telling me. As soon as he tell me, I'm able to, do what I can do with the team to let him know, so we can all be on the same page.
Great. Where were you when you found out that Doug Peterson would not be returning as your head coach?
I was in Philly. I stayed in Philly. Just bought a place out here, and so just making it home. And hopefully, when I'm done, be either doing something with the Eagles, and then eventually doing something what you're doing, because I know I want to try everything But I do want to take some time to spend with the family, make sure that I don't rush in it too quick before I get back to work.
Mm-hmm. What was your reaction when you found out Doug wasn't going to be back?
I was really more so just like I was shocked. I was shocked because you just heard them say some good stuff about him, being here and all that stuff, and then it just went sour real fast. But I mean, I know Doug's gonna go somewhere and show what he could do, like how he do. But I think that the worst part for him was COVID happening because he was real good at bringing the team together, keeping the team tight, and he couldn't really do that with all the COVID restrictions. It didn't play into his favor. So I know for him, I'm just more so excited just to see just where he goes and how if he get another head coaching job, where that would be because he is a good head coach.
Lane, I want to ask you this. Nick Sirianni, first-year head coach here in Philadelphia. What was it like meeting him, and what are your first impressions of your new head coach?
So I'm really excited. He's, obviously it's a new head coaching job, new situation to step into, but he's got a great attitude when it comes to how he's going to approach it. I mean, he's a very team-first oriented coach, which I think those are the special teams. It's what we had at Alabama whenever we have great teams. It's no matter how talented guys are, especially at this level. I mean, the top 10% of people, 10% either way physically, everybody's the same. So, it's really about those teams that are really, a family. They're all connected as one, and they just love to play football and they love to play for each other. So that's what he's all about, and that's what I'm really excited about because those teams are special teams, and those teams win a lot of football games. So he's got a great approach, in my opinion, of what he's doing. He's going about it the right way. We have a great offensive and defensive scheme in, a lot of tremendous players returning, a lot of talent, a lot of older guys that have experience. So I'm really excited about what this year holds for us.
Is it true you did beat him in rock, paper, scissors?
Yes.
What'd you throw first?
It's tough. It's been a while. I honestly don't remember.
You just blacked out and went in the zone of rock, paper, scissors and took care of business?
I think it just pure competitiveness. I was like, I'm not going to lose this. It's made me and I don't get drafted by these guys.
And then he can't enjoy the fine meals in Philadelphia, and he can't get a nice Philadelphia parking ticket. So it all leads.
Exactly. Everything worked out in the end.
I want to ask you about your two other Alabama teammates real quick. Behind the scenes, you've talked about them a little bit in Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. What's something you can tell us about Devontae Smith that we might not know already?
I feel like a lot of social media perception of him is he's kind of like quiet and reserved, but Smitty's a funny guy. I don't know if you guys will see it, but I've seen it. Smitty's a character. He's a funny dude.
Like he's a prankster, or he's got one-liners. What kind of funny is he?
He's got some good one-liners. I'll say that. He knows when to use them. They're kind of few and far between, but he's got some good ones now. So
and Jalen Hurts. What can you tell us about Jalen Hurts behind the scenes?
Jalen's the same way. He's a great dude, great teammate, funny guy. I didn't have a whole lot of interaction with him because he left Alabama right when I came in there. So really just kind of I'm getting to know him now, really just like everybody else is.
But what are your impressions of the new coaching staff as well as Landon Dickerson himself?
Well, it was just a little function that they had to try to, I guess, get some of the legends in there to talk to them and about their experiences, about what it's like to play in Philly. Because, playing in Philly, it really is a special place, and you don't really get that understanding through. It's really hard to just grasp the understanding of what it's like to play in Philly. So I think what they're trying to do is just, give the guys a heads up before they have to experience it, how intense it can be, how loyal the fan base can be, but how like critical and truthful that they can be as well. And just the ups and downs. But, the main thing is if you bust your ass, then the city's going to love you, and I think that that's really what it comes down to is a matter of effort. And, I thought that Landon is definitely a character. I got to talk to him for a little bit. I talked to a couple of the young guys and they just picked my brain about playing different positions and stuff like that, because obviously that's, I guess, what I'm known for. Jack of all, master of none, right?
Yeah.
But it was good to hear them. They seemed, to be receptive to, what I had to say, and they're big kids. I'm looking forward to seeing them out there. They're going to have a lot of fun this year. The coaching staff is very energetic, very young. They seem like they're creating a nice atmosphere up there, and it's exciting. I try to keep my finger on the pulse and get my foot in the door up there and pop in and see what's going on whenever I can. And this was a good trip, the most recent one. It's positive.
What was Nick Sirianni like with the alumni? Or I'm sorry, the legends.
Yeah, I don't know why they give us that tag, but Sirianni was cool. I mean, he was very welcoming. Let us know that he's very happy and thankful for us to come and share a message with the kids, and then also just wanted to let us know as as alumni and stuff that he'd love to have us around and just be around the facility, and he thinks that's important for the organization and for the young kids and just the culture to be able to carry it over from year to year. Franchise to franchise, I mean, decade to decade, generation, stuff like that.
That's awesome. And definitely important, and obviously something that Eagles fans would love to hear. When it comes to Landon Dickerson, he was on this show a couple of weeks ago, and I asked him the question I think we ask every offensive lineman that's at all versatile. Where do you like to play? If it was up to you, where do you want to play? Where would you play? He said, hey, I just want to play, which is the perfect answer for any rookie to give at any point. But do you believe that everybody, and did you have a position on the offensive line that you particularly liked playing?
Yeah, I think that I had probably a position that I wanted to play, a position I was best at, and then I think that there was a position that they played me at. So I think like most people that have gotten a taste of tackle want to play left tackle, especially when I was playing. That's where the big checks were being cashed. So that was always, I felt like I was a left tackle, because when I was playing, the left tackle was lauded as the most athletic guy on the team and the leader, the anchor of the offensive line and all that stuff. So I just wanted to wear that crown, Turned out I wasn't built like an NFL left tackle, so I kind of had to get over that. And I fit in better inside. I think that, my best position was probably left guard. But then out of necessity and stuff, I ended up bouncing around to right tackle and right guard and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So do you think Landon does have a position that he is hoping he actually starts playing for the Eagles?
Well, I'm not sure. I think that he probably has a favorite that eventually he would want to settle in as, but I think right now he just wants to get out there, probably, and just interact, with the starters, just see how they handle themselves in the NFL, stuff like that, just being able to be on the field with Kelsey, I feel like you could absorb so much knowledge and just about what's going on and stuff. Being on the field with someone like Brandon that is able to just be such a beast, but he composes himself, so well. And also just straight across the board, Lane is obviously a character, but he's also very good at his position. So, there's a lot of things that you could take from being out there. I mean, sometimes you got to be in the battle out there to be able to absorb that,
And on the other side of this, Jalen Hurts, was able to play a couple of games at the end of last year. I thought showed a lot of promise early and then kind of waned by the end of the season, by the time things wrapped up. What were your impressions of Jalen Hurts?
So my impressions of Jalen Hurts is on this wise, Marc. Jalen Hurts has a natural feel for this game. You're going to get explosive plays. You're going to get a guy that's never going to, fold in the moment. That's just not his personality. He's the most confident person in the room. That's just his personality. He's not the loudest talker, but he's definitely the most confident person in the room. So his mistakes had to do with him not knowing the system, which is expected. right?
Sure.
So his mistakes had nothing to do with just misreading things. You know, he was on the wrong. Like when I say, if he knew what he was doing, it was a completion. If he didn't know what he was doing, that's when the scrambling, where people are open and things like that occur. And that just happened. That comes with every young quarterback. And the other thing too, I'll say about Jalen Hurts is that if you look at his interceptions, they're not necessarily, that bad. The one to Ertz, Ertz got to fight for that ball a little bit more. You can't give up an interception on a one-on-one coverage. It's just on a slant route. It's just that should not happen. He wasn't anticipating that. And the other ones, he just throws the ball away. So his completion percentage was down. If you don't have anybody to throw the ball to, or you don't know the offense, instead of putting it in harm's way a lot, you just throw the ball away. And so I respected that a bunch, actually.
Yeah, and one of the things I like from Jalen Hurts, if I don't know the play, I'll make the play. And I like that about him. It's been a couple of weeks with Nick Sirianni, a couple of months actually with Nick Sirianni. How do you think he's doing so far as the new head coach? How is he relating to the locker room?
He's doing great. I mean, I think that everything's been a lot of fun so far. Obviously we've only been out there in shorts and T-shirts, but the energy's there. There's a lot of good enthusiasm in the building. So it's been a lot of fun getting to know all those guys and just being back around the team.
I know that you just talked about a lot of this stuff with Carson Wentz and kind of the state of the Eagles right now. I am curious just to get your overall take. With Carson being traded, it looks like Jalen Hurts is going to be the guy, at least right now, maybe not forever, but right now at least seems to be the guy they're going to be betting on. We'll see what happens in the draft. But right now, Quentin Michael, what's the state of the Birds in your opinion?
Well, it's really weird. It's uncharted territory. I think this is the first time since Chip Kelly was the head coach, where you're not really sure what's going to happen. You kind of had an idea when Doug was coach. You obviously knew when Andy was coach what you were going to expect, and you had an idea a little bit of what Chip was bringing to the table. So, but like right now with Nick Sirianni, there's not much known about him. I'm hoping it's all good things. There's tons of holes on this team, and it's gonna be a different road for us Eagle fans. So it's actually a good time for guys like us that want to talk about it and figure out where we're headed. But as a fan, it's like, okay, I don't know where we're going, man. I don't know. So. But yeah, with Carson, it kind of had to happen at this point. And it looks like it kind of worked out on the outset for both parties. And we're excited for Jalen and what he can bring to the table and looking forward to it.
Yeah, my take on that whole thing was people looked at some of the return, and they looked at possibly getting a first-round pick or getting that second-round pick and a third-round pick, depending on what happens with Carson in Indianapolis. But I look at it as it was already a failure. You drafted him to be the franchise quarterback for the foreseeable future, and obviously he's not that. And we saw things really diminish from the MVP caliber year that he had to present day. So I'd like to say, at least they got this in return, but ultimately I look at what they didn't get when they traded up from 13-8 to 2 in order to take Carson Wentz when you were actually just joining the Birds in the more of the front office range.
Yeah, and that's a tough thing is I think that does get lost is what was given up to get him and what was expected of him. And it's funny, we kind of talked about that as well with, Jared Goff and Carson, both guys that teams made huge moves to get them. And then a couple of years later, less than 5 years later, they're on different teams. So, or less than 6 years later, they're on different teams. So it's really it's unfortunate because I do think that Carson, he's still going to be a very good player. I just don't think that it was the right fit here in the city. And it obviously quickly soured over the last year. And, there's multiple reasons why. And it's unfortunate. But I do think that the Eagles, in the end, they did the best that they could by trading him and putting him in a situation where for him, it's gonna work out for him. And if that does, it works out better for us. So, more. I wish him a lot of luck, and I think he's going to do just fine in Indy.
When you said that there's a lot of holes here to fill in Philadelphia, it sounds like we're going to be set for a bit of a retooling, at least, probably a rebuilding. How long do you think that'll take? Any idea?
No clue.
Ballpark it for me.
I'm hoping somewhere around 3 years we'll start to see a turnaround, and I think the biggest way to do that is to start by getting solid draft picks and then sprinkling in some good vets here, some free agent signings, and making sure that we're surrounding Jalen Hurts. If you're going to build on one side of the ball, if it's going to be on the offense or if it's going to be on defense, one thing you have to do is if you're building around Jalen Hurts, you got to get him some weapons and you got to get him some protection. All right. So if that's the case where that's how we're going, let's go all in, and defense will have to catch up eventually. But I think if your move is to keep Jalen and to move him into that spot, you have to surround him with some weapons and let's make sure that he's able to lead this team.
Absolutely. And Quentin, when I'm looking at everything that's gone on with Jalen Hurts over this past year and the small sample size, I hate to go with I don't know, and I hate to go with the well, we'll see. But how confident are you that he can be the guy at least this year and then prove that he can be a franchise guy going forward?
Yeah, I have a ton of confidence in him, and I just and really I don't know the guy personally, but just seeing his story and seeing what he's been through, the ups and downs of his career, and even now, I mean, he's still in battle. He's still dealing with, quote unquote QB controversy and stuff. And the guy just keeps fighting. And that's, especially in this city, that's something that you want. You want a guy that's going to put the team on his back, that's going to say, you know what, no matter what happens in this game, I'm going to go out there and give my team the best shot to win. And he's got the right mentality. Obviously, he's not there yet. He's still young. But if you can get a couple players here and there, you get a couple linemen. I mean, he's not going to be drop back Tom Brady type quarterback. He's going to be able to use his feet. So, just let's give him a little bit of time. Let's build some weapons, give him some weapons, and let's see where it goes.
Exactly.
So I want to move on and talk some football with you. First, you have played for a series of first-year head coaches. Here in Philadelphia, Chip Kelly was a first-time NFL head coach, obviously coached in college. Doug Peterson here in Philadelphia, I believe Sean McVay as well. Gary Kubiak was young in his years, new in his years, I should say, coaching the Houston Texans. As a player in a new setting with a new head coach, is it at the front of your mind to adapt to whatever the coach is looking to do with the lineup?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. Like, there's an opportunity for first-year head coaches because, everybody's ready to listen. You know what I mean? People are excited. A head coach has to kind of bring that excitement, which the coaches I've played for did a great job of doing that. But I've always thought that, people kind of are worried about first-year head coaches. But there's also an opportunity there where, players are excited and it's kind of a clean slate in some ways for everybody. And so you're not going to be judged on what maybe you did in the past. You're going to be judged on what you do every single day moving forward. And so that's an opportunity for teams and first-year head coaches to kind of set things right, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Connor Barwin joining the show here on the Zados Investments guest line. Connor, I know you're working for the team now. You're working for the team in the front office, so I know you can't give me game plan or anything like that. But what has jumped out to you in your early impressions of Nick Sirianni?
Yeah, you're exactly right. Thank you for saying that. I can't really get into too much, but I will say, I'm super excited about Nick and the staff he's brought in. I mean, I think as a head coach, you've got to know the X's and O's, which that's been clear. I've seen that since being around here. You've got to love the work. I think these guys are working their tails off every day. I'm up here with them. And then there's just, there's good new young energy. Everybody's excited. I'm excited. Nick has a lot of energy about him. The staff has a lot of energy. So there's just a lot of excitement around the building, and we're excited to get started.
We had Brandon Graham on last week, and he's just a fun guy to talk to. That energy never leaves him. And you were here, obviously, playing with him. You were both asked to be linebackers and then back to DN, and it was moving all over the place. When you see a guy like Brandon Graham still hold on to that type of energy, what do you think?
Well, I think BG is a lesson for all of us, a reminder for all of us what just, having a positive attitude can do for your life. I mean, he early in his career, he had ups and downs. Later in his career, he's had ups and downs like we all do. But, he has such a positive attitude that it's made a difference for him. People love him around this building. I love playing for him. I love working with him now. And I think it helps him compete at a high level, even as he gets older in his career.